Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us today on the Dade County Weekly Update. You can ask questions during this broadcast. Just type your question in the comments and we will try to answer those at the end of the session. If you don't want to ask your questions during the live broadcast, you can always email us at info@dadecounty-ga.gov. Thanks for coming to the right place for the right information. Today, we will have Marshana Sharp with the Dade County Public Library, Ted Rumley, the Dade County Executive. Next week, we will be hearing from Alicia Jewell, who is our auditor with Henderson, Hutcherson, McCullough. They are currently here doing our annual audit. A lot of people don't know that we do have an annual audit every year from an outside firm. That firm is Henderson, Hutcherson, McCullough out of Chattanooga. So Alicia will be talking to us next week about that audit. If you know somebody who would be interested in hearing from any of our guests today, go ahead and invite them to watch this live broadcast or start a watch party so you can hold your own discussion. Remember that you can also watch this later on Facebook or YouTube, and sharing the links to our videos is super easy. There is a reminder from the Elections Board, the Board of Elections. Early voting is happening now until Friday, October 30th. You can vote on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or Thursdays from between the hours of 8 and 5, or Fridays from 8 until 2. Also, please remember no campaigning 100 feet from the polling place. This includes no clothing with the name or logo of any candidate, including face masks. So make sure your face mask doesn't have a candidate's name. Also, if you voted in June, in the June election, that does not count for this election. This is a whole nother election. So that doesn't count as your early voting. So if you did vote in the Republican or Democratic primary on June 9th, that does not count for this. You will need to vote again to make your vote known and make it count. So far in Dade County, we've had 2,337 people vote during advanced voting. So it's wonderful to see people coming out and voting. Just remember, if you voted in June, you need to vote again at this time, and you have until October 30th to advance vote. After that date, you will have to wait until Election Day, which is Tuesday, November the 3rd. And right now, a lot of people are saying, where is early voting happening in Dade County? It is happening here at the Administrative Building at 71 Case Avenue, right off the square. That is the only place you can advance vote in Dade County. So right here in the city of Trenton, you can do your advanced voting on Election Day. All 7 polls in Dade County will be open. And if you would like to see where those polling locations are, you can go to our website at dadecounty-ga.gov. And on the very, very front page, about halfway down, if you'll scroll about halfway down, there is a huge graphic, and it says Vote 2020. You can see a sample ballot there. You have links to check your ballot if you sent it in by the mail, see where it is, track that location. It will also show you where the polling places are in Dade County, as well as it contains the number to the Board of Elections, so you can call them with any questions. If you do have any questions for the Board of Election, you can call them at 706-657-8170. Again, that's 657-8170. They will be glad to answer any questions that you may have. And next we'll hear from Marshana Sharp.
Hello. I wanted to tell you about a couple of things we have coming up. We have changed our story time because of demand. We are also doing it at 10:30 on Wednesday in person, and on Thursdays at 10:30 in person, and then we do a 1 o'clock virtual. So if you do want to come to those events, please call the library and register for those programs so we know how many, because we have limited space. We will be partnering with Day Family Connections on November the 12th for a parent cafe. It begins at 5:30. It's on a Tuesday. We only 8 families can come personally for the space, but we will do so many virtually. You do need to call and sign up for this program. We will be making herb gardens, little small herb gardens, and we also have some prizes that night. If you are in person, we will be serving a meal. It'll be a box meal, and we'll be going over some things we've got coming up for parents that are virtually schooling, and some things that you can use, tools, microscopes, all kinds of parent kits, things that you usually have in school that you get your hands on. We'll have those there that you can check out. And we're going to be bringing more, partnering with Dade Family Connections. They purchased a lot of these for us, and we're putting them together. We will have some to show that night, and then we'll be telling you about some more we've got coming up. Also, this Saturday, the county, the city, the sheriffs, all of us are doing the trick-or-treat that we normally do on the square. We're going to be going to the high school. It will be 4:30 to 6:30. We ask that you do not bring any trailers, and everyone stay in the vehicle. We'll be have booths set up. I have 18 confirmed. I'm looking for about 4 more that's supposed to call me back. And we ask that all the kids be in the car, and we'll number of kids that are in there, we'll put that so we know how much candy to give. We're trying to do it as safe as we can, but it will be 4:30 to 6:30. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Hope everyone's having a good day and looking forward to the weekend. It's like we're going to have maybe a little rain, but maybe not a whole lot. Should be some pretty weather. Got a few things to talk about here before I go into our COVID update. We are finishing up, trying to get finished here with the Lookout Lake Dam project on the mountain. The way it looks right now, we should be paving there Monday. We thought it was going to be later in the week, but it looks like we're going to be able to do that. And if that's the case, we may be able to open the road back up toward the end of the week. We got a little guardrail there to put up and all, but so that's good news for the people out on the mountain. It's been a pretty long project, but we stayed way ahead of schedule because of the weather. We put a lot of long hours in out there, and so that's a really good thing to get it in. We've got our paving. We started there a while back on our paving up on the north end. That was this year. That's where we were kind of concentrating on the worst roads there. The roads that we finished, we hope to have. We've got a few more roads to do in other parts of the county, but we won't get finished with everything before we get our striping people in here where they can do them all at one time. But so we'll keep you updated on that. But next week he'll be actually. I think we got 2 more roads in the north end. We got one south of Trenton here down on Brown Drive to do. New England, I think. Yeah, there's one there. But anyway, we'll finish that and I'll give you an update on that next week of when the striping crews will be in, and we'll try to get those stripes back on there on the roads where before winter. Don't know that we'll put reflectors on all of them yet until asphalt gets good and cured, and we'll kind of play that by ear. But we'll get the striping down and take care of that. We do still have the dislocated workers grant going on here. Paula Stallings is handling that. Don't sound like a big thing to a lot of people, but a lot of people, it's really helped them a lot. People that's been out of work, and they've came in, and so we put several people she's helped get employment here for a few months to try to get them back on their feet. So that's still going on. You can call our number here at 657-4625. As Marshana said, it's going to be a big evening there Saturday. You got here at 4:30. We're going to start at 4:30. Is that right? Okay, 4:30 till 6:30, and so just it'll be hopefully be a good evening for everyone. It'll be a little different this year, like she said, and just try to bear with everybody because maybe there won't be much traffic, but I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of traffic. So just kind of getting enjoy me mood and just kind of hang in there and enjoy the kids, and we got plenty of candy and plenty of vendors. So. You said, though, you didn't want trailers, right? I mean, no one like with kids. A lot of times they come through.
Yeah, they said that for the kids would be out in the open. And
they'd rather not. Okay, yeah. And so try not to do it. But if you do, we're not going to run you off. I'm sure Marshana's not going to get that.
They just thought it would be safe. Would be safer.
Exactly. But anyway, that's pretty much what's going on right now. We've got one other thing I want to say. On the north end up there. Oh no, I want to tell you about our parks. We've had some vandalism down there, and it's he was in there this morning. Stacy was, and it's It's the second time this has happened in the last few weeks, and we're going through our cameras down there now because some people's gotten out on our soccer field and on the football field down there. And you know how he keeps that manicured and all for our little fellas, and they've been doing doing donuts and tailspins up there, and they've messed our grass up. And thank goodness it wasn't real wet. But we will find these people, and I promise you they will be prosecuted. We can't put up with that. We've got a nice facility down there. We try to take care of it, and it's just not right to let somebody like that go in there. So we're right now viewing the cameras, and hopefully by the end of the week we can find out, at least get identification on the vehicle, and actually be knocking on their door. So and all I'm saying this for is just probably when it happened, there may have been people there out there playing tennis or walking or whatever, and don't be bashful about calling. That's your money down there. That's our tax money. So if you see something like that, just pick up and call 911 and tell them what's going on. But anyway, just keep that in mind. I'll go ahead and go in there to our update here, and our numbers have increased. Last week we were at 310 people. Positive cases. This week we're at 337. That's an increase right there of 27 right there in a week. So that's not good. We've had 5 deaths so far, and so far we've had 21 hospitalizations in Dade County. Walker County, same thing. Only their numbers are quite larger than ours, but they were at 1,702 last week, and now they're at 1,795. In 2 weeks' time, they've had 147 people test positive in Walker County. Catoosa County, they went from 1,304 to 1,361. And in the last 2 weeks, last 14 days, they've had 101 people test positive. Catoosa County, Catoosa County. Chattooga County, 851 last week, and they've got 888 this week. They've had 65 in the last 2 weeks. Whitfield County, which is quite larger than us, or Walker County, they were at 4,942 people last week, and they're at 5,175. Now, in 2 weeks' time, in Whitfield County, they've had 390 people test positive. So it's going crazy down there. Gordon County, they went from 2,042 to 2,235. That's 295 in 2 weeks' time in 14 days. Floyd County, we went from 3,500 to 3,710. That's 336 in the last 2 weeks that they tested positive. So the numbers are definitely not going down. And these counties here, one reason we give these counties right here, they are close to us. We have people that live in Dade County, work in Walker, Catoosa, and even Chattooga. We have people working in the carpet industry in Whitfield County. So, those are people that go and come every day. So they're here, people you see in the grocery stores, you see at church, and also, they're around. So just try to keep in mind, this thing is not going away by far. Moving down to Tennessee, Hamilton County, which is another close neighbor of ours where people work. They went from 10,730. Hamilton County today, they're at 11,289. And right now they have 794 active cases in the county, but they've had 10,391 out of that 11,289 that have recovered and are back to work or back to everyday life. But they've had 104 deaths in Hamilton County since it started. Marion County went from 640 to 715. They have 97 active cases there in Marion County, but they've had 609 recoveries with 9 deaths. Grundy County, they went from 467 to 522. They have 91 active cases in Grundy County with 424 recoveries, and they've had 10 deaths. Sequatchie County went from 289 to 330. They have 35 active cases. They've had 251 recoveries and 3 deaths in Sequatchie County. Midge County, they went from 265 to 297. They've got 58 active cases right now, and they've had 268 recoveries with 4 deaths. Bradley County, they went from 3,279 last week to 3,447 as we speak. They have 250 active cases, but they've had 3,175 recoveries in that 3,447 number. they've had 22 deaths up in Bradley County. In Alabama, our neighbor here in Jackson County, they were at 1,901 last week. Today, they're at 2,100 active cases in Jackson County, reported cases. They have 15 deceased, and they've had 370 cases reported positive in the last 14 days. DeKalb County, they went from 2,996 reported cases to 3,302 in DeKalb County. That's in 1 week. They've had 29 deaths. They have 598 cases. They've had 598 cases reported in DeKalb County in the last 14 days. That's a lot. That's really a lot. So just keep in mind, this thing is going on, and we were feeling pretty good, last week and week before last, because it looked like ours were kind of going down or maybe steady, but now here we go up. Now I don't know whether it's because of the weather, ball games, churches, funerals, or whatever, but wherever you go, the best thing you can do to combat this thing is wear your mask, do the 6-foot distancing, and just try to, and just keep in mind, I like to shake hands and hug just as well as anybody, but you try to, you get in a whole nother habit if you can. Try to keep those masks on. But my number is 667-8999, area code 423. It's my cell number. Most people know that number. And if you have any problems or anything that I can help you with, just give me a call. If you want to be tested, we're on Wednesdays down here, and I mean it's been a really good, really good turnout. A lot of people are being tested here at our health department. They're open on Wednesdays. There's no charge. It's just a simple form you fill out. Doesn't matter where you're from, who you are, stay in the car. And from what I understand at Cherry, I didn't know so, but they're letting people. It's they furnish you and they watch you and they coach you through it, and you do your own swab.
Self-swab.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I thought anyway, but that's probably better for some people, I guess. But anyway, it's free. It don't cost anything. So we appreciate all of you people watching out there, and please call us if you have any problems. Go online. A lot of information there. Carey keeps that updated. Have we got any questions at all? Okay. But we're here, to serve you public servants. And Carey, she's a public servant whether she likes it or not. That's her job. She works for the government. The government is you, So please keep in contact with us, and we'll try to answer any questions that, if we don't have the answer, we'll find them for you. And we appreciate you. We'll see you next week, 3 o'clock on Thursday.